When you look at the definition of family, it comes one definition comes from familia, which means household. It just means household. Um, Another one is a Latin definition for famulus, which means servant or slave. And in Greek, the closest word to family is oikos, which is referred to household as well. And then there's a Greek word, pais, which means child and slave. So when we look at the word family, the idea of family was really all about the members of a household. And that household could be interpreted as blood relatives, but also the servants and also the slaves that all exist under the authority of the head of the household, which always pertain to the male, who is considered the master or the master of the house or the head of the house, which in terms of the head of the house, we also want to understand it also means the head of the penis as well. And so it's the lower head, the upper head, where control by voice, control by behavior, control by muscle, control by the penis, which is the pen of the signature that writes the script or the codes of the children. You know, it's almost as if the very definitions of familia is great. It's all about the master of the household that controls the bloodline and the servants inside the house, whether it's simply a servant that's been hired or a slave that's not been hired but is being shackled to, or the relatives that are a servant to the master of the household, the head of the house and the head of the cock. So this is so significant, because what it means is that all of us are set up. Children, women, men, the servants, we're all set up to play inside of this very, very toxic game called family. Okay. So when we go back and we look at Greek, which actually came before Latin oftentimes, when we look at pais, P-A-I-S, let me go ahead and spell it for us. Pais, I don't know how to pronounce it, okay? But when we look at that and we understand that that word, a preliminary word to what we now know as family, a root word means child and slave. So it means that our children are born to us as in a slave position, and we can actually see that happening. We also can look at the word P-A-I-S, and we can also insert the R for pairs, P-A-I-R-S, pairs, mother, father, male and female, joining together to create a family environment and a family system where they together create slaves, children to slaves. And that's really inevitably, and in the beginning, that's what it was all about. And sadly, we're still seeing massive repercussions of this kind of mentality, where people would farm and people would have various needs that would require the family to have large amounts of children in order to take care of the farm, in order to work, in order to provide income, because parents were indentured servants to the systems itself. And the way to make it happen was to bring in children that would start very early into indentured servitude. Then we can not get into, but just make mention that the incubator babies, what we consider Cabbage Patch children, whatever, were all brought in as indentured servants coming from nowhere. There weren't any parents involved. And so they were brought to areas where people can come and for money be purchased in order to move into the house, either to work the lands or cook or take care of the house or be a sex partner in the house. Whatever it was, these children were moved around and purchased like livestock is. We do it to animals, and we have had it done to us. And that again reflects where children were always treated as slave beings. Okay, so that's of equal status. As I was saying, this relates to how we raise our children in our households today, where we don't believe that we treat our children as servants at all. We raise our children, we think, as free beings. But just even in the small cultural ideas of I want to get my child to do chores. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bribe them or I'm going to pay them. So if you go ahead and pick up all your toys at the end of the day, at the end of the week, I will pay you an allowance. I will give you money. Okay? I will take you for ice cream. That is creating a monetary system and a blackmailing system that gets our children to think in terms of I do something for something. I'm participating in practicing my way to being a slave. I do 7 days of picking up my toys. For one time a week, I get 25 cents a coin. And actually, coins have a great relationship to the way the monetary system is developed around the family system. So what we want to do is we should want our children to desire to participate in the family by learning to want to take care of their things, to take care of their room and their clothing and their toys and their space, without having to get something for that. That would be a family system where we all work together in unity. But when we get bribery involved, when we get monetary encouragement involved, when we call it an allowance, that means to allow. That means a meager allowance. It means a pauper's penance. It means you do the chores and I'm allowing you to do the chores, and then I will pay you a meager pay. I will allow you to live at home. I will allow you to have food, allow you to have clothing, allow you to have attention, allow you to have favor of love. That's what an allowance actually means. And so when we operate out of that very low vibrational skill set, we are cheapening the relationship we have with the children. We really are. We're moving it into we're moving it back into work, servitude, enslavement, and authority, as opposed to a synergized encouragement of, hey, we're a family and we work together and this is what we do. So I'm going to go do this part and you can go and do that part. And when we're all done doing our parts, then what we have is a collective whole of a clean environment or food on the table or whatever. It should never, ever be a part of the word chore. And if you look at the word chore, and I'm going to put that word here, then you're looking at the word whore.